Hello everyone and welcome back to a new Jam Track Review episode for Fortnite Festival. This is SDHD speaking, and I am here today to talk about the last 2 weeks of Jam Tracks. Last week we had 4 songs. None of them were really too great to talk about in one episode, but we were able to compile them here into one episode included in this week. Because not only do we have 2 weeks of songs, we also have some really cool jam tracks that were given out as free items, which I'll get into in a minute. You can also see my other video on that here at the top of the screen. You see a little thing that just popped up. It takes you to that video. But basically, we're going to start with the first week. So starting off, we have Broccoli by DRAM featuring Lil Yachty. Vocals on 5, bass on 2, lead on 3, drums on 2. It's a fun song. It's not as boring as I thought it would be, honestly. I'm not huge into rap songs, but this one was one of those iconic and memorable songs from a few years back. It's got a lot of variety in the track, too. Lots of fun gameplay with it. Personally, I enjoyed vocals more than I liked anything else. The second one is Fly by Quavo and Lenny Kravitz. Fun fact, Fly was actually a song by Lenny Kravitz originally. It was actually not called Fly. I think it had a different name, but it was the same exact song, basically. But Quavo kind of worked with him to create this new masterpiece, which I will say, it was my first time hearing this version of it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. This is a vocals on 4, bass on 2, lead on 3, and drums on 3. This one was very fun to play. I went into this thinking, okay, Lenny Kravitz, Quavo, interesting combination. I was excited to hear it for the first time, and upon hearing it and playing it, it was so good. Highly recommend this track on vocals, especially because it is so fun to do on vocals. But lead is also fun too, if you want to have a bit of a fun time. Vocals has more challenge to it though. Up next, we've got In the End by Linkin Park, vocals on 5, bass on 3, lead on 2, drums on 5. Okay, let me just say this. Having anything Chester Bennington in Fortnite, I would have loved it anyways, but all bias aside, the drum charting was very tough and actually quite a fun challenge for this song. I highly recommend it if you like a challenge and you really want to give drums a shot, but if you're more of a vocals player, vocals is good too. There's a lot of variety for both charts, and bass and lead are along the easier side, so for those of you who aren't that great at the game, you have a better chance of 100% completing the song if you do bass or lead, so give it a shot. It's worth it. And the next one is Whenever, Wherever by Shakira. Vocals on 5, bass on 3, lead on 4, drums on 4. This one was not a challenge whatsoever. It was very fun though. Listening to it and playing the song in Fortnite Festival really makes you feel like you're listening to a movie soundtrack. And I kind of like that. All the charts are pretty okay. Bass is, it's not great. But vocals, lead, and drums are definitely worth your time. I will say though, among those of last week, this one might be kind of my least favorite. And that's only because it just doesn't have too much special with it in terms of variety. I mean, it's a pretty standard, average, enjoyable chart, and I like the songs that kind of go a little bit further into it, like having that variety, giving you more parts to memorize, to play. That's the kind of stuff I like. It's just pretty average. Up next on the list, we have the brand new songs I'm a Winner and Beyond the Flame. Beyond the Flame is a 7 maximum difficulty on lead, a 7 maximum difficulty on drums, a 3 on vocals, and a 5 on bass. Cool thing about this song, Epic Games is giving this away right now completely free through the Champions Road quests, and keep in mind when I say this, it is not an actual quest that you can see in your quest tab. You just have to play the song, get gold stars on it, which means you have to play it in expert mode. You can play any of the expert charting, but you can do expert mode, get full gold stars, and then you're basically done. You get the chart, it's yours for free. You can just listen to it in the lobby. You can play it in the game. You can do whatever you want with it now. The same goes for I'm a Winner, gold star of the song, and then you're done. But Beyond the Flame especially is so good. Like, I am not joking when I say Epic Games put their all into this song, and this doesn't even sound like it was made by a video game company. This sounds like it is an actual song that would have been used in Guitar Hero and is like hitting the charts as a full-on radio song nowadays. That is how good this song is. And that's just to listen to. To play, you have an easy time on vocals because vocals is the easiest chart at 3. Bass is a little bit of a step up, but lead and drums go full out on being the hardest they can be and being a great challenge for players. Lead, I almost got 5 stars, gold stars on it. But drums, I just barely got gold stars. And that's cool because it takes a lot for me to not be able to play songs like this, because I'm not a terrible player, but I'm not great either. So I'm kind of like that in between where I'll flawless a couple songs here and there on my first try, or I'll get pretty close with the harder songs. But this one's tough. This one's really tough. It's one of the hardest songs in the game. So keep that in mind when you're trying the harder ones. It's fun. I'm a Winner, on the other hand. This one's a little bit more doable. This one is a 5 on lead, a 5 on drums, a 6 on vocals, and a 2 on bass. Vocals is definitely the hardest track. It's definitely more doable than the other one. I did this first try, almost flawless. I missed 1 note, so gold star on my first try. It's not bad. It's pretty fun. I'd say this is more along the lines of the FNCS type music that you would normally hear nowadays. This is far different from Beyond the Flame, but nonetheless, it's still really good. And I would highly recommend playing this one on vocals because it is just that fun. But if you're not too great at the game, like I said, if you want a gold star this, you want to get this pretty easily, bass is a 2 star on this. It's not too bad. Just got to take some time and practice. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the 5 brand new songs that have just come out this morning with the new Jam Track rotation. Today we have Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers featuring Draya. We have Better Off Alone by SDHD, Apple by Charli XCX, Hot to Go by Chappell Roan, and What Do You Mean by Justin Bieber. So, let's start in order of how I mentioned them. Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers featuring Draya is a 3 on lead, a 4 on drums, a 2 on vocals, and a 1 on bass. This one is probably one of my least favorite ones for this week. It's a very overused song. It's also very long, considering there isn't much variety to the song even to listen to. It's 3 minutes and 29 seconds of basically the same stuff over and over again. And that's nothing against Epic, you know? Like, they charted it as well as they could. I will say that. The song itself, I don't really care for it. But I definitely think maybe drums is probably the most enjoyable. And I don't know. Lead is not hard. They don't really chart as much as I thought they would for this song. So I don't know. I kind of like drums more, and it just doesn't feel varied enough for me to actually enjoy this song as much. Better Off Alone by SDHD. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this one is still not updated in-game to be the proper difficulty, so I really don't know what the number is. I played lead on this one because I thought that was the most enjoyable. And it kind of goes into guitar type difficulty, you know. You're playing that iconic beat to the song that a lot of us are all used to hearing for this song. A lot of you probably don't even know what this song is, but if you look up Better Off Alone by SDHD, you'll immediately realize what the song is. But I played it on lead. It's pretty fun. I would say, in my honest opinion, this is maybe 3.5, 4. I don't really think it's all that bad. It's pretty fun, pretty easy song to play. And I can't imagine that vocals would be too difficult. I mean, there's not many vocals in the song. So honestly, I think this one's more of just like a nostalgic, fun to play piece than it is a challenge. The next one is Apple by Charli XCX. This one was just recently updated to have the proper difficulty rating. It was one of those ones that also unlocked this morning with not the same difficulty as what I expected. It is a 5 on lead, a 3 on drums, a 3 on vocals, and a 4 on bass. I'm honestly kind of surprised that lead is as high as it is, because it doesn't feel that difficult to me. Maybe that's just me though. I think vocals probably is the most enjoyable for this one. And that's because there's so much going on in the song. But at the same time, this one just feels kind of average to me. This is about on par with the Shakira song from last week. It doesn't feel too special, and it doesn't feel too different to me. But hey, you know, I'm not into this type of music. Maybe that has a part in it. I don't know. And then, of course, we've got one of the good songs this week. I will straight up be honest here. I've never heard this song a day in my life until this morning, and I actually kind of like it. I'm understanding why people like Chappell Roan now, because her music is actually very good. This one is Hot to Go, 3 minutes and 9 seconds long. It's a 4 on lead, a 4 on drums, a 4 on vocals, and a 4 on bass. It is the same difficulty across all of the modes, and honestly, I think vocals is really, really fun for this one. Honestly, I think the vocals sound better than most of the instruments in this song. So, personally, I'm favoring vocals, but it is a good song. It is definitely a good song, and if you have not heard this song, go give it a listen. See what you think. Obviously, I know music's not for everybody. You know, there's always different genres and varieties of music that a lot of people don't like. But me, I'm more along the person that kind of just will listen to anything as long as it sounds good and has a good beat. And this is one of those ones that it's very good, I will admit. Last but not least, What Do You Mean by Justin Bieber, 3 minutes, 28 seconds long. Another one of those ones that's a little overused in terms of its length. 4 on lead, 2 on drums, 5 on vocals, and 3 on bass. Vocals is definitely the best charting for this song, because anything else just is not as difficult and it feels kind of average. Vocals in itself is almost in that average range. It's just slightly a little bit better than the other ones this week. But hey, I think this one's a good one. Go give it a shot if you're interested. All of these 5 songs that I just mentioned, the Justin Bieber song, Chappell Roan, Charli XCX, Chainsmokers, and Alice DJ, all of those songs are going to be 500 V-Bucks in the item shop tonight, or they're also going to be on the free rotation, so if you log on tonight at 8 p.m. EST, you can play them yourself. But that is all for this episode this week. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. I hope you guys are enjoying the songs. And I guess we'll see if I have a video that I have to do next week, because like I said, I'm going to compile them if there's not enough per week. If there is 6 different songs next week, you can expect a video from me. If there is not, maybe don't expect one until the week later. So, hope that's okay with you guys, but I'm still going to review them because I still like this game. So, that's all for me. Support a creator on screen if you want to support me and keep me going on this YouTube channel for the next few months. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next video, which will be, if I'm not mistaken, either Astrobot or Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. I'm not entirely sure yet, because it depends on if I get my copy of Astrobot tonight. That's all for me. See you next time.